like stormy weather, can't seem to breathe when you're with me. If you're gonna break me, I know I won't stay. I don't wanna wait here, you push me away. If you're gonna choose, you don't know what to do. I don't wanna lose you, but don't wanna lose me too.
Point.
So complicated, don't mess it up. Feeling frustrated, it ain't enough to fix a love. If you're gonna break me, I know I won't stay. I don't wanna wait here, you push me away. If you're gonna choose, you don't know what to do. I don't wanna lose you, but don't wanna lose me too. my intentions. I let you turn me violet instead. Summer high, met you in August. New York, back to my cold apartment. Distance sucks, but at least I'm still with you. White out skies, middle November. You and I, flights to wherever. I don't mind, as long as it's with you. As long as it's with you.
Silverstone Grand Prix! Let's go! Oh, I'm so ready. Now, my live timing isn't working at the moment. I'm sure it will wake up eventually. When it does, I will, of course, put it on screen. But for now, you're stuck with me and me only. How many laps is today? I genuinely don't know. I believe it is 52. I'm going to guess 52 anyway. I assume it's 52. That's not what I'm trying to do. Hang on. So if I do this, and then this, and then 0, 1 out of 52. Boom. Yep. Yeah, there you go. 1 out of 52. Nice one. So, starting grid looks like that. Well, actually, no, you can't see it. The starting grid is going to be George Russell, followed by Hamilton for a Mercedes front row lockout. We race as one. We do. Although they race as one because I'm sat in my bedroom like a little loser. Anyway, then we've got Lando Norris in P3. I was still disappointing Lando a little bit. He sort of messed up his final run. But, you know, P3, a Britain 1, 2, 3. Can't grumble at that. Max Verstappen took P4 with a damaged floor, which is 4 with a damaged floor. That's a nice little rhythm. That was very impressive. They were Oscar Piastri in P5, and the gaps are actually really, really large. If you think about it, look, there's nearly 2 tenths between Russell and Hamilton, another half a tenth back to Norris, 2 tenths back to Verstappen. Like, the gaps are very big. They've got Hulkenberg, P6. Oh! That is massive from Hulkenberg. And then we've got Carlos Sainz in P7, Lance Stroll P8, Alex Albon gets into Q3 with P9, and Fernando Alonso in P10. Charles Leclerc missed out on Q2, so he starts P11. Logan Sargent gets his best start in Formula 1, P12. Come on, Logan! My guy! We love that from him. Yuki Tsunoda P13, not bad after he crashed in practice 1. Zhou Guanyu in P14, I said he was the worst driver on this grid. That has proved me wrong, although to be fair, the second worst driver on the grid has beat him, so make of that what you will. Daniel Ricciardo P15, yeah. Bottas P16 and Magnussen P17, disappointed by that. And then of course we have Esteban Ocon P18. It's quite interesting. So Sergio Perez crashed in Q1, almost maybe end the stream there and then. So he is starting from the pit lane. He had I think his whole power unit changed, or no, it might have just been his engine, his like internal combustion engine, that part of the car. It just says PU. So he's going to start from the pit lane. Pierre Gasly doesn't start from the pit lane. He starts from the back of the grid, I think, which I don't really understand. Like, does he start from the pit lane because he changed his engine during Parc Ferme? I assume that's how that works. But what that does mean is that Sergio Perez will make it through lap 1 without crashing into anybody. So that's always great. And we're locked for, I think, 52 laps of some Silverstone action. I am ready, I am prepared, and we are locked. And just close a couple of things to give my PC that... Oh, wait, I had my desktop audio on for the whole time. Sorry, the music might have been a bit loud. That's my bad. But I take full responsibility for that. That might have been bursting your eardrums this whole time. I'm a terrible streamer, by the way. But I really am. Now, the first, like, maybe couple of laps, my live timing might not be on, but believe me, the millisecond that the live timing starts working, I will put it on the screen. At the moment, it says we're still in Q3 from yesterday, so yeah, we'll just wait for that, but it's fine. We've got about 3 or 4 minutes until the formation lap begins, and I am going to make a prediction. Although it's so difficult to tell who's where. Practice, it looked like McLaren. Quality, it looked like Mercedes. I'm going to say... This is my prediction, right? Let me just do this. Put that up there. And then we're going to do a new text. Oh, that's not... Oh. Hang on. Lap. New window. That's what I wanted. Okay. I'm going to say... Lewis Hamilton, P1. Lando Norris, P2. Verstappen, P3. Russell, P4. And I feel like that's sort of realistic. Max Verstappen, by the way, after his floor damage in Q1, he has got a repaired floor, so he's going to be quick. And you've always got to have a fun pick. I'm going to say Sergio Perez 5th. That obviously isn't realistic and won't happen, but you've got to have something fun, don't you? So, there you go. That's my top 5 for the race. There you go. So we'll lock that in. And we're ready. 3 minutes to go. I wonder if Williams will get a point today. I mean, you know, one car's already starting in the points. The other one only 2 positions away from the points. Like, they're right there. Okay. Nice. What's the Sky Sports broadcast saying? Let's put the volume on. Wait. Stroll has out-qualified Alonso 5 times out of what? How many races are we in now? Is it 12 or 13? It's one of those two, I think. 82nd front row lockout for Mercedes. Ugh. As long as Russell doesn't win this race, I don't really care what the result is. Rain might be on the way. Aha! Eureka! Take a look at this! Whoa! Hey! Live timing! Live timing! Ho! Live timing! Live timing! Ho! Live timing! Live timing! Ho! 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 Let's go! Live timing! Right, now I can add that to this. Live no, that's the wrong bracket. There you go. Yes! We are locked! Let's go! Jesus Christ, the delay's got to go up today. How much do I have to delay this by? Holy shit! So the strategies is looking like if it stays completely dry, it's going to be a one-stop, medium... Did I say medium soft or soft medium? Really? Huh. Over 60,000 F1 fans stay over the race weekend on campus, or whatever that said. Oh, so it's a caravan park. That's really sad, to be honest. I'd just go home. 60,000 caravans! What's just happened with Norris? Oh my god, I have to put this delay up so much. What the... Alright, there you go. I think that's all good. Lovely, let's go! Silverstone. Formula 1 Grand Prix of the Grand Prix. You know, like the Grand Prix. Right, is it 52 laps, by the way? I don't remember. Yeah, it is. See that ball knowledge? Gasly has an issue with his car and goes back to the pits. Oh, no. There's Checo Perez exiting the pit lane with his new engine. And we are ready. Here we go. We're going to start any second now. Look at those blips go. And we are off. Go on. Oh, what a start by Hamilton, though. Russell covers that off well. That's one of my maneuvers. Just completely fucking cut off your teammate. Piastri looking lively. Go on, Sean. Albon dropping places already. Sainz gets past Hulkenberg. Norris and Verstappen scrapping away, and Verstappen gets that place. Verstappen up to third. Well in, son. Verstappen looking for a move on Hamilton as well. Go on. For the banter. No. What a bitch. I would have done that. And that's what's good. Sergio Perez will make the first lap incident-free, which is lovely. Now, going into Cops, will we... Flashback to 2021, Hamilton is getting close. So as you can see, Hulkenberg already down 3 places, Leclerc up 3 places. He is cooking. Making their way down the hangar straight now. Slipstreams are available and powerful. But it looks like we're going to have no moves going into... I really should know the names of corners from my home circuit, shouldn't I? I really should. Anyway, we're approaching lap 2. Pierre Gasly looks to be retiring from the race. So they give him a whole... Wow, that is incredible scenes. Alex Albon has been done by his teammate. No, he hasn't. I was lying. Apparently Albon might have a puncture. That is a shame, really. He was started P9. He's already down to 12th. Tsunoda up 2 places, almost in the points. Go on, lad. DRS gets enabled. 0.7 between the top 2. 0.8 now. What was I going to say? I don't remember. I'm not going to lie. Now, what I will say is that it seems like Sergio Perez is being put on a sabotage strategy once again. We saw it in Imola, where he got put on the hards when no one else was using them. We saw it in Spain, where he had to do a free-stop strategy. And look at Lando Norris getting very close to Verstappen around cops. Yeah, so in Spain, he had to go on a free-stop strategy, and now he's the only driver on the hards. I still don't understand why they keep putting Checo on these bot strategies. If they just gave him a normal strategy, like any other driver, he would do quite well, even from P19. Rain potentially in 20 minutes coming through from Hamilton's engineer. Checo is catching the rest of the field quite quickly, though. It's just actually getting the overtakes done that is going to be the thing. We now start lap number 3. Russell, a 31.4, takes the fastest lap. Lewis Hamilton, a 31.4. Verstappen, a 31.3. And Norris, a 32.2. So Mercedes clearing the rest of the field right now. Hulkenberg noted for leaving the track and gaining an advantage. Okay. But you can see the gap between Russell and Hamilton, now a second, 1.5 back to Verstappen already. We are only on lap 3. Them Mercedes aren't here to play about. Sargent on the radio. Alex had a big piece of bodywork come off. That is so tragic. That is so tragic. You start in the points. You're already outside of those points with bodywork damage. Well, not damage. It's just straight up missing. That is so unfortunate. But we move. Lap number 4 is going to begin with Russell. A 1.3 second gap. Setting another fastest lap. 4 attempts faster than his teammate. This man is not here to play about. He is seriously cooking the competition at the moment. 1.5 as well, back to Verstappen. Look at that. Half a second between Hamilton and Verstappen. Are Mercedes back? I hope not. But they look to be back. Checo Perez 0.6 away from Bottas. He should get that move done very quickly. Bottas really struggling. He might have damage. He might have a puncture, like a minor one. I don't know. But at the end of the day, he's really slow. As you can see, he was... And I tell you what, Checo's time was faster than everyone apart from the top 7. Norris on the radio being told about potential showers. Ew, I like that. Sergio Perez does get that move done on Bradley Bottas. Moving up to P18. Go on, son. We love that. Good stuff. And we carry on. 1.3 between the top 2 and then 1.4. Yeesh kebab, that. They are flying. They are flying. They are gone. Beginning lap numero 5. There it is. 31.8 for Russell, a 32 dead for Hamilton, a 31.9 for Verstappen. That might be the first time that the Mercedes haven't set the fastest lap on this lap. That goes to Verstappen. Well, actually, no, that would go to Piastri with a 31.919. Okay, there it is. So we're looking at a race replay from Max Verstappen's start. This is where he got past Lando Norris. So Lando went around the outside of Hamilton. Verstappen thought, hang on a minute, I see the vision. Sent it around the outside of Hamilton, which in turn was the outside of Norris as well. Here's Alex Albon. This might be where he got that bodywork damage. He goes into the corner. He's fine. And, you know what? That's just unfortunate. Hulkenberg goes off track, comes back on track, pushes, I believe, from Nano and Lanzo into the middle of the track where Alex was, and there's nothing you can really do about that. Turn 3 incident involving Hulkenberg, no further investigation for leaving the track. I feel like with that, it is unfortunate. However, it is a lap 1 incident, and they don't really look at those, do they? Russell comes around the final corner to start lap 6. Here we go. Lovely stuff. 1.5 still back to Hamilton, 1.5 back to Verstappen, 0.8. It's the gaps have stayed exactly the same throughout pretty much the entire race so far. 1.5, 1.5, 0.8. I'm also impressed with Sainz's pace so far, being able to stick with those McLarens and in turn also the Red Bull, Verstappen and the Mercedes, and sort of clearing Stroll a little bit. Although Leclerc starting P11, he's only 0.7 away from Stroll. Can he get the move done? Obviously not through here. I'd say I don't think it really matters what DRS straight is unless it's like Baku or Mexico. You probably need to be within 0.4, maybe 0.3 going into the DRS straight to actually get an overtake done. So Leclerc's going to have to wait until the hangar straight to get another move done, or we'll have an attempt at one. Checo Perez, 1.5 seconds away from Magnussen. He is saying some very decent lap times. He is on the hard tyre, and he's only about 2 or 3 tenths away from everyone else, like at the front, like the very front being Verstappen, Norris, and Piastri. Only issue is, I get the feeling that the top sort of 5 or 6 are sort of preserving their tyres a little bit. I get the feeling Checo Perez is going flat out, although I could be very, very wrong. That is just an assumption. Let's see, can Leclerc go for it on Stroll? He looked for the move, he tried to go to the inside. Lance Stroll had it covered though, and he is going to remain in P7 with Leclerc in P8 as Russell begins lap number 7 of this race. Also, look at Hulkenberg. He's right behind Charles Leclerc. He's put a 1.6 second gap to Fernando Alonso, and he's only half a second away from Leclerc. But Haas is looking pretty lively, I must say. Checo Perez now within the DRS of Kevin Magnussen. The reason I keep mentioning Checo Perez is because he's my favourite driver. I've got 2 posters on him up the wall and one of his signed shirts. Anyway, going down the first DRS straight, will we see any action? We can see Leclerc 0.7 away from Stroll. I don't think that's going to be anywhere near enough. Daniel Ricciardo overtakes Guan Yu Zhou, I believe. I think they were having a bit of a scrap, but Ricciardo comes out on top. P14, that's going to be 1 position gained in this race for him. I don't know what's going on with Bottas. I don't know if he's going to stop or if he's just going to chill, but he's currently 3.8 behind Checo, losing a second a lap to every other car on the grid. I'm not entirely sure what's going on. Sergio Perez! Did he just overtake Ocon through cops? Oh, shut up! This man is back. Checo is back. Leclerc trying to get past Stroll still. George Russell begins lap number 8 by setting a 31.6, followed by Hamilton a 31.6, Verstappen a 31.9, Norris a 32 dead, Piastri a 31.9, Sainz a 32.7, Stroll a 32.7, Leclerc a 32.6, Hulkenberg a 32.7, and Alonso a 32.7. Those are all of your updated lap times. And also, another reason I keep mentioning Checo Perez is he's the only one actually doing overtakes. He's now looking for a move on Kevin Magnussen. The gap between Stroll and Leclerc is going to be 0.7. Again, that just isn't enough to get the move done. Like I said, 0.4, 0.3, you're laughing. But 0.7, absolutely not. Magnussen's actually managed to go and get past Zhou Guan Yu. That is a lovely move by Magnussen. Now we can see Perez maybe going for a move on Zhou. He's going to have to slipstream. He's getting very close. Surely not through. Oh, Checo Perez! Come on! Round cops! Are we joking? What? Oh my goodness. Go on, son. And now he's only 0.9 away. He needs to get in that DRS. I think he is going to do it, and he does. He isn't going to get the move done, but he will get carried along very nicely with DRS as we begin lap number 9 of this race out of 52. Here we go. Russell and Hamilton still setting identical lap times, though. They are like AI at the moment. They are like programmed. They are cooking. So Magnussen won't have DRS on Ricciardo. Checo Perez is going to have a 0.7 of a gap, so that isn't going to be enough to get an overtake done. Leclerc on the radio. Rain expected in 7 laps, so that'll be lap number 16. We might see some rain. That creates some massive opportunities for all drivers. If you just... Oh, here we can see that Perez move around cops. Lovely stuff. So Perez might just be playing it patient, looking for a move down the hanger straight on Magnussen. I'm just hoping this isn't where he starts stalling and like becoming really slow, but we'll see. Going down the hanger straight, can he get it done? Go on, Cheek! Here he goes! Go on! Do it! No! Ow! That's annoying. Okay, lap 10. Oh, alright, lap 10. So yeah, if you call the rain right and you put your tyres on the perfect lap, you can gain, like, stupid progress in this race. That's a thought, actually. Maybe Red Bull have put Perez on the hards to collect data for Verstappen. Which makes sense, because you want Verstappen to be up there, really. But 2.4 seconds between Hamilton and Verstappen. Mercedes look like they're going to walk this race. Both of the McLarens really close to each other as well. They've sort of dropped signs a little bit. I tell you what, Perez, he's a bit of a bitch, you know, as in... He doesn't really go for overtakes that he could probably do. I feel like that's a big issue with Perez. There is an overtake to be done, but he doesn't do it. And this is what I was saying about he might start stalling a little bit. Because look, he's doing high 32s, and he cannot overtake Kevin Magnussen. He had a trouble with the Hasses last week in Austria. He's having that same issue again. Lando Norris getting PTSD from Sochi when he lost the race because he didn't pit at all. His engineer saying, like, you know, we need to, like, stop at the right time. He's probably not the best at that, but, you know. What does keep it simple mean? Well, they ask the most dumbest questions ever, I can't lie. Verstappen on the radio, expect the rain to last around 5 minutes. Okay, I couldn't read that because my screen's small. Lap number 12. Sergio Perez still can't overtake Kevin Magnussen because he hasn't got very big bollocks. He's struggling behind a Haas at the moment. I'm not having fun, I'm not going to lie. And the reason I keep mentioning Perez is take a look at the live timing. Not a single driver looks like they want to overtake someone anytime soon. Like, come on, Checo, just send it like you're silly! Ah, please! Oh, I hate just watching him just linger behind a horribly slow car. Just send it. What's the worst that can happen? I mean, I know it's Magnussen and he'll probably crash into you, but, like, just go for it. Have some balls. Oh, my God. Although saying that, I would send it and just crash. So, what do I know? But still, it just annoys me. So the rain is expected to come on lap 16, they said. We're currently like halfway through lap 12. So, very soon. And it's only going to last 5 minutes, which is like 3-4 laps. Yeah, 4 laps. That's not really... Can it even get that wet in 4 laps? I don't even think so. Anyway, we start lap number 13. Russell at 31.6 and Hamilton at 31.5. The fact that all these cars are still doing like mid-31s is crazy to me. As Sergio Perez, just dive bomb him! It's a Haas! Just send it like you're silly! Ah! Oh, it's really pissing me off. Just go! Only just over a second between Verstappen and Norris. These two seem to always be together in the recent, like, 5 or 6 races. They're just always there together, aren't they? As Zhou Guanyu comes into the pits a bit early, if I'm being honest. They know the rain's coming. They are going to fit the... in mediums. So they think that the rain isn't going to affect the track as much as they think, like to the point where it becomes inters. They think it's just going to be like, you know, wet, but not crazy wet. If they don't think that, then they're not very intelligent. Do you know what I mean? Lando Norris now has DRS on Verstappen. Seeming to struggle a little bit now, as in like he's losing a couple attempts to like every single car. I like it how the McLarens as well has dropped Carlos Sainz. As Charles Leclerc finally overtakes Lawrence Stroll. Oh yes, finally! Leclerc's been trying to do that for like 10 laps now. He has finally done it, and Leclerc is up to P7, albeit 4 seconds behind Mr. Carlos Sainz. Is Nando Norris getting very close to Vax Verstappen? Although he is 0.8, like I said, you have to be 0.4 or less to get an overtake done through DRS, which is just dumb. Bad news for Checo. Magnussen is caught up to Ricciardo, which means they're both going to have DRS and he just won't get the move done. Nothing else really going on, to be fair. There are a couple battles going on. You got Bottas and Ocon for P18 and 17. We've got Leclerc and Stroll still a little bit. Norris and Verstappen, actually. Norris getting very close. Not close enough for an overtake, but he did get quite close. Only 0.3 between them. I feel like, obviously, with Perez, his strategy is to go very long into this race, like very, very long, and then pit for some softs at the end. But this is the issue with that strategy, is that when everyone else pits, they're all going to be quicker than you. So why not just do the opposite? Why not pit earlier, is what I'm trying to understand. 0.6 between Verstappen and Norris. I don't think that's close enough for an overtake, but they are going to get to about 0.2 maybe. Only 0.3. Wow, yeah, that's not great, is it? Although, to be fair, Norris did a fantastic exit. If he goes for this through cops, I swear to God. Okay, he's not. Good. Good boy. Well behaved. Although, if Norris can get to about 0.5 or 0.4 between... Piss off. 0.5 or 0.4 to Verstappen down the hangar straight, which he does. It's only 0.5. There is a very realistic chance of an overtake here. There is very realistic. He's going for it. Norris to the inside. And Norris is up to P3. And we are back to a Rule Britannia 1, 2, 3. Go on, the boy. What an overtake. Welcome to the podium places, Lando Norris. As we begin lap... not lap 167. Lap 16. And he also sets the fastest lap of a 1:30.9. Well done. So this is Lando Norris. I think Verstappen was complaining that he overtook him and then went off the track. I feel like they're not going to do anything about that, though, because Lando was already ahead before he went off track, but I don't know. There he goes, to the inside. Lovely stuff. And did he go off track? They're not even going to look. I don't know. I'm not too bothered either. So, Lando Norris now 3 seconds behind the Mercedes, but already making decent time on Max Verstappen. Oscar Piastri also getting in the mixture. Carlos Sainz still not that far behind. We know the Ferraris are pretty slow. Actually, no, he is losing a lot of time. He's lost about a second in 3 laps. Never mind, ignore me. I'm wondering what the Sauber strategy is. Valtteri Bottas, P17 at the moment, as Kevin Magnussen overtakes Daniel Ricciardo. The fact that Magnussen overtook Ricciardo before Perez overtook Magnussen is seriously concerning. But you get the feeling that on the hard tyres, he is starting to, like, well, not struggle, but the advantage is gone, effectively. Stroll's still very close to Leclerc, as is Hulkenberg. He's gone very under the radar, I feel like, this race. He is vibing in P9. He's having a whale of a time in P9, isn't he? So this is Magnussen's move on Daniel Ricciardo. Just goes to the outside with the DRS and just swings it like he's silly. So that's all Perez had to do, but he can't do it for some reason. And also, let's work out how much there is between Perez and Verstappen already. So, it's going to be 31 seconds. As look how close Piastri's getting to Verstappen, by the way. He's not having fun. It's 31 seconds between Perez and the leader. And then you've got to take off 6. So, Perez is already 26 seconds behind his teammate. And we are only on lap 17. Ah! That is not fun. Now, look at the hangar straight. Will Piastri go for the move on Max Verstappen? He's going to get close. Is he going to get close enough? I seriously doubt it. Oh no, he sent it. Piastri up the inside and Piastri goes through. Way! Back off Verstappen, tosser. Way! We now have a McLaren 3 and 4 and a Mercedes 1 and 2. Let's go. I told you that Red Bull were on the back foot this whole weekend. And, you know, they are. I mean, I say they are. Verstappen is, you know. But that's not his driving. Verstappen on the radio as well, saying, target would be to try to survive this pocket of rain. Okay, so the rain has started, but it's only going to last like 5 odd minutes. As Sergio Perez makes an overtake. Yes! Checo Perez is P15. Let's go! Realistically, Sergio Perez's absolute best result he can get is 7th. But that's going to take a lot of luck and a lot of the cars ahead of fighting if he wants to do that. But I think that is the maximum, the absolute maximum he can get today. And wait, what's happened here? Wait. Russell's made a mistake somewhere or something. Look at that. Wait, Hamilton? What? Lewis Hamilton up the inside and Russell takes the lead. Where's that come from? Huh? I'm sorry, what? There was like 2 seconds between them. Is Hamilton just better in the rain or something? I'm so confused. But on lap 19, Lewis Hamilton has taken the lead of the Silverstone British Grand Prix thing. And now Hamilton goes off. No, he doesn't. I was lying. Everyone's going off because of the rain. Russell is struggling bad. Lando Norris up the inside. Lando Norris up to P2. Can he hold it though? And he does. Lando Norris takes P2. Holy shit! I think both of the Mercedes went off there, but all of a sudden, everything has changed. Lando Norris now up to P2. Hamilton has now taken the lead and does have a 1.3 second gap, and DRS has been disabled. Holy shit. What? Oh my god, what have I just seen? Nico Hülkenberg has just overtook Lawrence Stroll through cops in the wet on dry tyres. Lando Norris looking for a move on Lewis Hamilton all of a sudden now. Holy shit, it is all kicking off. Lap number 20. Will Lando Norris go for it? He's going to the inside. Lando Norris takes the lead of the Silverstone British Grand Prix in England. George Russell going up the outside of his teammate. Oscar Piastri says hello. Where's he come from? Max Verstappen is really struggling. Carlos Sainz only 1.2 seconds back. Piastri goes round the outside of George Russell. These McLarens are so quick in the wet. Actually, wait, do you remember Canada? George Russell was it George Russell? I don't remember, but Lando Norris was flying in the wet as Leclerc and Perez both come into the pits for the intermediate tyres, I assume. So Perez and Leclerc both coming out on the intermediate tyres, the first drivers to do so. And now we have Norris, 1.6 to Hamilton, 0.3 to Piastri. I don't know why, but these McLarens are so... Piastri overtakes Hamilton on the grass. They go into like the final sector, Piastri up the inside. Oh, it's a McLaren 1-2! What? I am stunned. For some reason, I don't understand. For some reason, these McLarens are so quick when it's like half wet, half dry. You saw it in Canada. Lando Norris was like 2 seconds quicker than everyone else. So most drivers saying that it's wet, but it's not wet enough for Inters because it is still dry in large portions of the track. Lando Norris gets track limits deleted, as does Russell and Hamilton. Zhou Guanyu already being lapped on lap number 21. But it definitely isn't time for Inters because look at Checo Perez's lap time. Oh no. Okay, no, look at this next lap. This next lap is whether it's time for inters. You can see Valtteri Bottas overtaking Leclerc. It is very evidently not time for inters. Both Leclerc and Perez have both thrown away this for themselves. They are both horribly slow.
Touching grass, feeling lost. I think I need a break. But it makes no sense, 'cause I am so awake.
More rain coming in 2 laps, they say. Lando a 31.5, 31.8. The lap times are still just as quick.
Really bad with my emotions, yeah. I was mad at the start, chaos in my heart. Yeah. Let's think about.
So yeah, both Perez and Leclerc have completely thrown this away for themselves.
Let's think about what we love and not what we hated all. She is thinking about what could happen to her right now.
So, Perez complaining on the radio saying it's too dry, it's too dry. What that tells me is so for what I can gather from that radio message, Perez was told by his team to go on to inters. Maybe. Do we have a team radio from Checo Perez from earlier? No. Okay. As Lando Norris sets the fastest lap of the race. Huh? How? So it looks like Checo Perez and Leclerc are both going to stop again and go onto the slicks, which is okay. So Leclerc stays out. Is Perez coming in? No, Perez stays out as well. I think they're basically desperate at this stage. They're desperate for it to just start raining again for their inters to start working. So DRS gets re-enabled. So it might not actually rain for the rest of this race now. Lando Norris on the radio. I think they just said 30-minute rain. Won't the race be done in 30 minutes? The McLarens and Hamilton and the rest of the field now looking to lap Sergio Perez and Charles Leclerc. They have both stunk this. It's definitely going to be interesting to see out of both Leclerc and Perez who made the call. Now, I said for Perez's case, the way he said it's like, he sounded so angry, it's too fucking dry. It sounded like it was the team that said that, but let's be honest, the team ain't going to make that call. At the end of the day, it's the driver that's out there driving. They know the conditions. They know what weather's coming. So, at the end of the day, it has to be the drivers for both Leclerc and Checo. And Leclerc goes off. Leclerc goes very wide. Oh, so David Croft said you've got a feel for Leclerc, but doesn't say you got a feel for Perez. Cunt. I hate him so much. I don't care he's a West Ham fan. I hate him. DRS just got disabled again. McLaren's and Mercedes still very close to each other. It's almost like... So it has started raining again. DRS has been disabled. Low grip conditions, but... it doesn't seem to be raining very hard. But that was the thing. Yes, it was raining quite heavily in, like, Sector 3. But... oh, hang on. Oscar Piastri fighting Norris for the lead. What's happened here? Verstappen being told to box. Carlos Sainz also boxing. It might be time for Inters, you know. So here comes Verstappen and Sainz. We can see their lap times, but Sainz and Verstappen are both going to come out in traffic, but I think they're all lapped. No, Alonso isn't lapped. So the Inters are probably the tyre to be on now. As you can see, we've got Hulkenberg, Stroll, both pitting for Inters. Verstappen and Sainz have already pitted for Inters, but Leclerc and Perez, it's just a couple laps too late, do you know what I mean? If the McLaren's double stacked, that isn't really going to work. They've actually left Piastri out an extra lap, and the Mercedes are double stacking. Ew, I like that a lot. We can see Verstappen and Sainz doing 40-point deads. They are way quicker than the Red Bulls, the McLarens. Leclerc unlaps himself. Way! Well, no, he doesn't actually. He unlaps himself from P2. But way! Hey! Huh. Piastri's gonna drop down to like P6. Oh no! So like, that's the thing, right? If Leclerc and Checo both stopped, if Checo and Leclerc both stopped, even like 3 laps later, they might have survived. But they just lost, like, they both lost like 30 odd seconds in the pits. Piastri now comes in, but he's gonna go down to like, oh, Leclerc comes back in. Huh? I wonder if Leclerc thinks it's a lost cause and he's going to go just for another set of inters. So Piastri drops down to P6 in this race. Lando Norris leads by 3.3 seconds. Wait, how's Verstappen third? That. Ha. What? So Leclerc puts new inters on. That's just frustrating, really. For both Leclerc and Perez, but obviously in my case more so Perez. Bro could have gone from like P16 to P like 9 if he just stopped like 3 laps later than he did. But they both got that wrong, and everyone in the media is gonna slate Checo, slate him, abuse him, when Leclerc has done the exact same mistake. Perez comes in as well for new inters, and both of them, it's a lost cause, unless there's a red flag or safety car, which, let's be honest, is very realistic in these conditions. Hammer time has been called, however, it's not really working, because, you know, Norris, he's quite good in these conditions, I think it's fair to say, as is Hamilton, as is Russell, as is Verstappen. Rain ending in 15 minutes, so we might get more slick running yet. This is Sergio Perez in the pits. Slow stop for Perez. Track conditions. So the first DRS straight is dry, apparently. The rest of it is wet. Okay. Look how much time Verstappen's losing to Hamilton. 1.5 seconds on that lap. Russell 0.8 quicker. Verstappen is not having fun, I think it's safe to say. I want to see if Russell can get this move done. Right. I tell you what, that battle when it was raining and they had like everyone overtaking each other, that has taken every ounce of energy I had left out of me. I am fucked now. But we have 7 seconds between Hamilton and Verstappen. He's not having fun. George Russell 1.6 behind Verstappen, 6 seconds back to Sainz. Piastri just over a second. Of course, there's no DRS, but still. So you look at the time lost at the moment, yeah? Look, so you got Perez 12 seconds behind Leclerc, who is 48 seconds behind Bottas, who is 21 seconds behind Ricciardo. Leclerc is 68 seconds behind Ricciardo at the moment. That's how much time they lost when they went onto the inters very early. That is tragic. They need a safety car or a red flag, and obviously neither of them to cause it. Piastri 0.6 behind Sainz, lap 33. Once again, Hulkenberg just going under the radar. Currently P7, 3-second gap back to Stroll. 18 seconds behind Piastri, so it's going to be between him and Stroll and Alonso. And also Albon, still almost in the points. And Sargent, P13. They're all having some good races. .5 between the top two. It stayed around that for the last like 6 or 7 laps. What they're saying is that about lap 39 to 41, the rain is going to stop and it's going to start drying quickly. So they need to predict the lap perfectly to get onto the slicks for the final 10 or so laps. George Russell has stopped. George Russell has been told to retire the car. Yeah! Let's go! Let's go! Come on! Yes! George Russell's out. Come on. I don't know why, but his engineer just came on the radio and said, retire the car. And he has. So, there you go. What a time to be alive. No, it isn't heartbreaking, David Croft. It is fantastic news. Thank you very much for Russell's car for braking. Appreciate that. Lovely. Anyway, lap 34. Lando Norris have a 3-second gap. I tell you what, Hamilton has started to catch on this lap. My chair just broke. He's done about 6/10 on this lap. What has happened to Norris? He's really slow all of a sudden. Apparently his car was losing water pressure. What about me's? Anyway, lap 35. Norris a 43 dead. Hamilton a 42.7. There it is. I love the idea that they started 1-2 and they might finish second and retired. That's just funny. Can I also just point out, Leclerc and Perez have only just got past Russell's retired car. That's how far back they are. Is Kevin Magnussen maybe having a little moment? Let's see. Goes round. It's fine. Whoa! Bro almost lost it. That was scary. But Kevin Magnussen carries on. That was a big incident nearly. Whoa! Woohoo! That almost caused death. But don't worry, they're fine. 2.7 between the top two. Now, I tell you what. Hamilton is fast. Actually, a tenth faster in Sector 1. 2 tenths faster in Sector 2. Oh. Let's go. What's his name? Lando, that's it. Let's go, Lando. Also, Hulkenberg now up to P6. And that also brings Alex Albon into the points as well. That is fun. Hamilton, 2.2. Norris has fell off drastically. He is horrible at driving all of a sudden. Will Norris bottle another race win? Yes, he will. He bottled Imola, he bottled Spain, and now he's going to bottle Britain. He could have had, this could have been his 4th win, but it looks like it might not even be his 2nd. Because in Spain, he had the fastest car and just wasn't quick enough. Imola, he just kept doing little mistakes in the final couple of laps that was losing him like 3 tenths each. So the sun is out. Hamilton passes Joe because he's lapped. Nice. Now, what's important to note is that Lando Norris has a fresh set of medium tyres and the sun is shining. It is going to start drying very, very quickly. If Lando can just hold on If he could just hold on to the dream, then he can go onto those fresh mediums and start cooking. It's going to be another very close finish, though, whatever happens. Here's Lando Norris. This might be a mistake. Oh, bit of wiggle. Bit of wiggle from Lando. Bit of wiggle, wiggle. Oh, quite a big wiggle, actually. That was scary. 2.1 between them. That is good time gained from Lando. 3 attempts down, but gain time. Oh, shit, it's gone wrong. My bad. "15 laps remaining, official." David Croft has just asked Zach Brown, so you decided to pit Piastri a lap later than everyone else. What was the thinking behind that? There weren't no thinking behind it. Piastri was too close to double stack, you moron. Use your eyes or your ears or your mouth or your nose, whatever the fuck, I don't know. Huh. Ricciardo and Magnussen into the pits. Magnussen, soft tyres. Hamilton being told to box. The undercut is happening. The undercut is happening. Lando Norris stays out. Hamilton pits. Here we go. It's time to see what those inters can do in comparison to a medium tyre. Here we go. Verstappen hard tyres. I don't know what Hamilton's put on, but he's at a 2.9 second stop and has had to wait. We need Lando Norris to drive very, very quickly. Although he does have Magnussen right in front of him, but Magnussen should get out of the way. Oscar Piastri, brand new mediums. Are we going to see a reverse where, but when the rain came, it was Lando Norris that benefited by pitting first. Now, Piastri might benefit from pitting first. This is not looking good for Lando Norris. Carlos Sainz also stayed out, by the way. Leclerc and Perez both in, although, let's be honest, doesn't really mean anything. They're both like 30 seconds behind everyone else. So there is a 23-second gap between them at the moment. The gap is going down very, very significantly. Wait, no! Hamilton isn't even gaining on Sainz at the moment. I reckon Norris might survive here by a very small margin. So what is Lando Norris going to go on to? I think he might survive. Soft tyres for Lando Norris. Good stop time. Now, will Lando come out ahead? And he does! Lewis Hamilton comes out ahead of Lando Norris. Holy shit! So Lewis Hamilton now leads. And it's going to be another showdown between Hamilton and Norris. 2.5 between them, though. Hamilton's tyres are going to be warmed up, and you feel like he's just going to cook now. So Lando Norris lost a bit of time from the Ferrari crew, and I think he had a slow stop. He did. 4.5 second stop for Norris. That cost him there. If we say that the average stop is 2.5, that's 2 seconds. That would put him within half a second right now. That's what's cost Lando here. But we still have, I think, 11, maybe 12 laps left. So once Lando gets them tyres warmed up, we'll see what kind of pace he can do. Huh. Lando Norris, a tenth faster than Hamilton through Sector 1. A 36.3 for Hamilton. A 36.3 for Norris. Norris is faster than Hamilton on this lap. Their tyres are equal. Don't forget that. Their tyres are equal. They both have 3-lap-old softs. Max Verstappen as well. Only 3 seconds back. He's there. Hamilton does a 24.8. Lando Norris 4 tenths quicker on that lap. Max Verstappen another tenth faster than both of them. I'll tell you what, Verstappen is very quick on those hard tyres. Oscar Piastri, though, even quicker. But he is 11 seconds back. I reckon he's out of this, but he is still so quick. Verstappen could very much win this race, you know. Where is Verstappen losing time corners? I have no idea, to be honest. But they all set pretty much identical Sector 1s. Hamilton 2.5... Blech. Verstappen 4 tenths up on Hamilton. 6 tenths up on Norris. Verstappen's going to win this, you know. Out of the depths. I think Lando, you know what? I think Lando should have gone onto the medium tyre, because with the softs, you have to push the whole way. You have to, like, preserve them. Verstappen doesn't. He can just go flat out. And look, Verstappen 6 tenths quicker than Norris. and 2/10 quicker than Hamilton. And so can Piastri. Both of them can just push as hard as they want, and the tyres will do it because it's only 10 laps. Hamilton and Norris both have to be a bit more preserved. I feel like Norris went on mediums, he can just sort of, you know, drive quicker without having to like save tyres. Still 2.6 between them. Verstappen 2/10 down on Norris through sector 1. Hamilton has a good sector 2 though. Norris bests it though by 2/10, and then Verstappen bests it by 3/10. Holy moly, this man is not giving up anytime soon. Hamilton at 29.8, Norris at 29.2. Oh, and then have Verstappen at 29.1. This is going to be a stupidly close finish. Sargent looking for a move on Kevin Magnussen, by the way. Go on, son. That's the problem with Norris, you see, is that like on that first lap, on the lap before, Norris caught Hamilton by like half a second. This lap, oh my god, Gianpiero Lambiase has just said that the front two tyres are dying. Oh my god. I feel Supermax slowly entering my eardrums. David Croft, are we really in for one of the most dramatic finishes? I don't know. I'm not entirely sure, but look at that, by the way. Sector 1 times, all of them, all three of them, actually, you could say all 4 of them, to be fair, but the top 3 through Sector 1 only split by 8 milliseconds. I hope Hamilton... I wouldn't mind Hamilton winning, because I don't mind him, but I'm not excited for the absolute media bumming that he is going to receive. It's going to be weeks and weeks of how great Hamilton is. It's going to piss me off so much. To be fair, the gaps aren't really going down very much. We still have 6 or 7 laps left, but it's not crazy. It looks like, as well, Lando Norris will be bottling another win in Formula 1. That's 3 this season already, which is pretty wild when you think about it. Gap is now 2.7 between the top 2. Only 1.4 back to Max Verstappen. Alex Albon looking for a move on Tsunoda. He's gone for it. Alex Albon goes through on Yuki Tsunoda to take P9. What a move. Logan Sargent as well has cleared Magnussen and he's gone. Logan Sargent in a fantastic race today at Silverstone. Way quicker than his teammate for some laps, although he is on the softs compared to his teammate on mediums. But both Williams been very strong today. Lap 47. I don't think this finish is going to be very close, you know. David Croft is saying, are you ready? Stop what you're doing. Watch this race. It's going to be one of the closest and thrilling fights to the line. I disagree. I think it's going to stay exactly how it is. Because not only, I mean, you can see that Verstappen is catching Norris, but just under that, I don't even know if you can see it on your screens, but underneath the gap, you can see the gap to the leader. It's increasing. The gap between Hamilton and Verstappen is going up, not down. And let's be honest, it's 4 seconds in like 4 laps. Like, that ain't gonna happen. But Hamilton looking clean, he's looking composed, and he's got that gap up to 3 seconds now. No, Verstappen doesn't have DRS, Brundle, you're lying. There we go, lap 48. There are 5 laps left. Here we go. 0.8 between Verstappen and Norris, but still Verstappen 3.8 away from Hamilton. Bro's just cooking. And I tell you what, Mercedes have looked like the best team here by some distance. But I love the idea that George Russell starts on pole and he gets retired and has to watch his teammate win the race. Like, that's just funny. So I think Lando Norris has given up on the P1, as you would. He's now trying to defend from Max Verstappen to keep a P2, but you don't really see that happening, to be honest. Max Verstappen is so quick for no reason. He's on the slower tyre, but I think, like I said, excuse me, on the softs, you have to preserve them or else you will lose. Verstappen doesn't have to do that. He can just put his foot down and push hard. Here comes Max Verstappen. He goes for the move on Lando Norris. He has to go around the outside and he swoops through into P2 and now has a 3.2 second gap to get down if he wants to go for a move on Hamilton to win this race. But there's only 4 laps remaining and Verstappen's going to have to do about a second a lap and Hamilton is composed. That's a thought. It's 2021 all over again. Only this time, they're probably not going to crash each other out because there ain't a title fight going on. It's a nice replay of Verstappen's move on Lando Norris. Just he was forced to go around the outside, but there is such a large tyre advantage of Verstappen just sent it like he was silly, goes round the outside, kept it on track nicely, and it's just a wonderful overtake, really. Let's be honest. And Red Bull have been the 3rd quickest car this weekend, and somehow Verstappen's getting a P2. He's just different. 3.2 to Hamilton. He hasn't gained much at all. He's actually only gained half a tenth through Sector 1. Sector 2 for Hamilton is going to be the 36 dead. Max Verstappen, a 35.9, so basically a tenth, but you know, this lap, he's only gained about a tenth, maybe half a tenth. That is nowhere near enough. He now has to do about, you know, 1.4 seconds a lap if he wants to win this race, which, let's be honest, he just isn't doing. Lap 50. We have 3 laps remaining for Lewis Hamilton to win a 9th home Grand Prix. And like I said, I'm happy for him. I don't like Lewis very much, but, you know, it's a great occasion. It's a great event. However, I am not prepared for the media bumming that he is going to receive. It's going to piss me off so much, but, you know, good for Hamilton. I like that. I'm not against the Hamilton win at all, as Hamilton laps Sergio Perez. Perez might actually get lapped twice this race by his teammate. Yeah, we won't mention that, because that will, like, just make me cry, but we'll ignore that. Wait, Perez, give Verstappen DRS. That's a good idea. Do that. He's not. He's going to let him buy through cops. 3 seconds. The gap has gone up. Has it gone up? No, it's gone down, but not by much. It's still 3.0. Hamilton improved on himself through Sector 2. Still 2 tenths down, or a tenth and a half down on Verstappen, but, you know, a tenth, losing a tenth, maybe 2 tenths a sector, you're laughing. That's perfectly fine. Do you know what I mean? Charles Leclerc is just... Oh, Sergio Perez just lost a position to Ocon. I don't know what's happened there, but he's lost a position to Ocon. That's always fun. Penultimate lap of the race. Here we go. 2.8. Why has Perez just lost about 4 seconds? Why was his lap time 2 minutes 5? Why was he... What? I don't know what just happened to Perez there, but he was 20 seconds slower than everyone through Sector 1. Anyway, 2.8 still between them through Sector 1. Hamilton only losing 30 milliseconds. That's nothing. That is perfectly fine. Like I said, he can probably lose 3 tenths a sector, and he will be okay and happy and fine and cold. To be fair, Lewis Hamilton has preserved these tyres magically. Look at Lando Norris. He is like over a second slower than Hamilton per lap. And here we go. The final lap of this race. 2.5 seconds. Is this prime Lewis Hamilton? I don't think it's prime Lewis Hamilton. It's very good, but I wouldn't say prime Lewis Hamilton. That might be a bit extreme, but he has driven, like, his prime, as in, like, when was his prime? 2018? I feel like if Lando Norris was on the medium tyres, he would have won this race so easily. And it's just, again, himself and the strategy bottling another race. And I don't know if Perez is just testing stuff, but he's now 6 seconds slower than everyone, so I don't even know. I'm going to ignore him. Let's focus on easily driver of the day, Lewis Hamilton. I will know, you know what, out of respect, I will no longer call him Lewis Cameltoe. If you don't know what Cameltoe means, Google it. It's very disturbing. Anyway, Lewis Hamilton, down the hanger straight. The media is going to be very annoying, but here he comes. 1.8 seconds between Hamilton and Verstappen. It doesn't mean anything. He comes around the final couple of corners. He can drive at like snail's pace and he will win this race. Here he comes across the line and Hamilton wins the British Grand Prix for the 9th time. And the crowd That is some atmosphere. To be fair, I rate that from the British crowd. That was some atmosphere. My goodness. Lando Norris finishes on the podium in P3. Oscar Piastri P4. Great driving by Piastri. Got put on a horrible strategy. Oh, Toto Wolff. Oh, no. I hate him so much. Oh, I don't even want to listen to him. Carlos Sainz P5. Good result by him. Nico Hulkenberg P6 again. Ooh, I love that. Lance Stroll ahead of Alonso for a double Aston Martin in the points. That's lovely stuff. Alex Albon in the points as well. Well done. Yuki Tsunoda, P10. And I also want to give a special shout out for Logan Sargent, P11. That is impressive. Albeit it was 20 seconds behind Albon. That's still good by him. Magnussen P12, Ricciardo P13, Leclerc P14, him and Perez. Both got the strategy horribly wrong. Hamilton's crying. Ah. And Toto Wolff has ruined it. Okay. Nice. Fucking wanker. No, that cheers me up. I don't like Hamilton very much, but him winning that race and that reaction, that's nice. I like that. That's good. Do you want to know a completely stupid, crazy stat? Hamilton's first win was 17 years ago. 17 years later, he is still winning. What? That is so dumb. I think Leclerc and Checo are both going to be absolutely fuming. They both made the intercall at the completely wrong time and just completely lost out. But there it is. I don't even know if I'm allowed to show this, but for the boys, for the culture, I will play Lewis Hamilton's team radio so you can hear his reaction. It is being played in 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. Here it is.
Get in there, Lewis! You're the man! You're the man! Oh, mate, I have been waiting for this. Jeez.
Thank you so much, guys. It means a lot. It means a lot to get this one. And a big thank you to all the fans here. Love you guys.
Yes, mate.
We will prevail. We never give up. And what a sign-off for our joint trajectory here on the British Grand Prix. We couldn't wish for anything better.
And there you have it. That was Lewis Hamilton's team radio after winning the Silverstonian Grand Prix. There it is. Gorgeous stuff. What a race. Best race of the season? Difficult one. Let's take a look at all of the races we've had so far. Right. That's not even the British flag. Oh, it is. Bahrain, snooze fest. Saudi Arabia, snooze fest. Australia, Verstappen DNF, snooze fest. Japan, snooze fest. China, snooze fest. Miami, that was good, but I think this was better. Imola, this was better. Monaco was a snooze fest. Canada, snooze fest-ish. Spain, no. Austria, I think this is the best race of this season. Right, I'm going to go downstairs and just watch the podium celebrations and stuff. That's going to be all from me for another fantastic weekend of racing. I want to try, and when the next race is, I do want to try and watch all sessions and not just skip some of them. But the next Grand Prix is going to be Hungary in 2 weeks' time. I might also start streaming some F1 24 on here on YouTube. It's just very shit. But thank you all for watching. And that was fantastic. But yeah, cheers. I will see you lot. If I don't see you, in the next couple of days playing some F1 24, you'll see me in 2 weeks' time for the Hungarian Grand Prix. Also, I do stream sometimes on Twitch and Kick, both with the same names as my YouTube, where I play like a variety of games. I don't know if I'll be on there though, but yeah. I've got a busy day ahead of me still. I've got to get off stream, I've got to go and edit a YouTube video and get that uploaded for, I want to say 7 PM, but that was great. So yeah, just watching, and I'll see you a lot later. Ta-da.